Good morning, friends!
Hello.
So, today we have a very special treat, and you will see why later, but I want you to think, I have a special video for us to watch, what you think we're going to be learning about today. So pay attention really closely to what you see in the video, okay?
Okay.
Right.
What's he doing eating fish or vegetable dish? Man, you sure got a lot of nerve.
You did balanced diet. Come on and try it. You'll believe how great you feel.
Yeah, munching carrots or beans or poultry or green.
Along with your chocolate chip.
Vanilla or
Will make you go young. Nutrition is really it.
so
Yo, healthy food. Boy, it tastes so good. Me one healthy dude. Cause me eat healthy food. Me love it. Oil or stewed. Yeah, yeah. Whole or chewed. You'd feel just great if you eat some healthy food. There's pork, beef, chicken,
great right for picking
and
and
swordfish, tuna and trout, and apple and cherry, all kinds of berries.
and broccoli and Brussels sprout. There's lettuce, tomatoes, and boiled new
There's
potatoes.
spinach and celery and beef,
Milk and onion and cheese.
parsley, pepper and peas,
There's peaches
and
and
cream of wheat. Yo, healthy food, boy, it tastes so good. Me one healthy dude, cause me eat healthy food. Me love it, boiled or stewed. Yeah, yeah, whole or chewed. You feel just great if you eat some healthy food. Yeah.
Alright. So fun. Alright, students. So, I had asked you if you could figure out what we are going to learn about today from our video. So now I'm going to ask you, what do you think we're going to learn about today? Yes.
I think we're going to learn about healthy foods.
Healthy foods, you are completely right. We heard a whole song about healthy foods, right?
Right.
Okay, so we are going to learn about healthy foods, and we're going to do a couple fun activities to help us understand what an unhealthy food is and a healthy food. But first, we're going to look at our learning targets, okay?
Okay.
All right, so the first one, which we're going to read together, is going to be I will be able to sort foods into unhealthy and healthy groups. Yeah. So, what do you think that means? Yes.
Well, I think that we have to look at foods and we have to sort them if they're healthy or not.
Yeah, very, very good. We're going to be able to know what's unhealthy and healthy and sort them into groups. Good job. Okay, so now let's look at our second learning target. I will be able to make good food decisions. All right, yes, I will be able to make good food decisions. So now this one, what do you think is a good food decision? What do you think that means? Yes.
Well, I think it's like eating all of your vegetables that your mom puts on your plate during dinner time. I think that's a good food decision.
Yeah, that is a good food decision, right? Instead of eating all the cake and candy, but it's eating the vegetables that our mom and dad give us. That's great. We're going to learn more ways on how to make healthy food decisions and what an unhealthy and healthy food is, right? So, my question for you too is, did you see any unhealthy or healthy foods in that video? What did you see?
I didn't really see very many unhealthy and healthy or unhealthy foods. I saw a lot of fruits and veggies like cucumbers and corn.
Some cucumbers. Do you eat cucumbers?
All the time.
I know, they are super yummy. And corn,
Mm-hmm.
right? Corn is really good on the cob. Did you
Yeah.
see anything else?
I saw that, they talked about peaches and apples as well.
Peaches and apples. What's your favorite fruit? Who can tell me their favorite fruit? Yes.
Mine's pineapple.
Pineapples are so yummy.
Mm-hmm.
I wish we were on the beach right now with some pineapples.
Same here.
Okay. Very good. So we saw a lot of healthy foods. And I don't know if you noticed what I noticed, but I see a lot of vegetables and then a lot of fruits, right? So my question for you all too is, what do you think makes an unhealthy food and what do you think makes an unhealthy food? What do you think? Yes.
Well, I think like an unhealthy food is like stuff that's in bags, like chips and like candy like you get at Halloween and muffins.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that has a lot of sugar. Anything good.
I agree. A lot of unhealthy foods taste really good, but they're not so good for our bodies, huh? Okay, so we said food in a bag, maybe. And then we said foods that are more processed. Does anyone know what processed means? Do you know what that means at all? Yes.
Isn't it like when it's made and they put a lot of extra stuff in it that's not like natural to the world?
Yeah, it is. It really is, right? So usually our unhealthy foods like chips or like donuts will come in packages, right? Will come in wrappers that we can take out. And then if you look, cucumbers and corn and peaches and apples, like what do these come in?
Usually in a hole in the produce section at the grocery store.
Yeah, right? There's not a whole bunch of extra packages because they came from the ground or they came from trees and we can eat them like that, right? Yeah, very good. Okay, very good. So, I would like you now to go ahead and talk to your partner, turn and talk when I say the word, and I would like you to talk about your favorite healthy foods and unhealthy foods. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I think my healthy foods that I like are like pineapple and broccoli, and my unhealthy foods that I like are like donuts, cake, mozzarella sticks. What about you? Yeah, I like those too.
All right, very good job. So I heard some of you talking about how you really like some broccoli and some other fruits like apples too. That was really awesome. And then I heard some unhealthy foods like mozzarella sticks and cake and cookies. And those are all good too. But the thing about unhealthy foods is they're not an all the time food, right? So foods that we'll have all the time are cucumbers or corn or peaches or apples, fruits and vegetables that are really, really good for our tummies and our bodies. And the not so often, not all the time, the sometimes foods are the candy and processed foods and other chips and those kind of things. It doesn't mean we can never have them, but it means we need to make good, healthy choices and we have more vegetables and fruits than our unhealthy food. Right? Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Okay, so we also have something that can really help us make healthy food decisions. Okay, and our government, does everyone know who the government is? Do you have an idea? Yeah.
That's like the president and all of his people.
Yeah, it's like the president of the United States, and it's all of the people who help keep the United States safe and all of that. So, the government created MyPlate. Okay, so MyPlate is a tool that really helps us to make healthy decisions and know what goes on our plate. Okay, so we'll go over this just so we can know how it works, and we'll draw it right up here. Okay. So, what do you typically eat at dinner? What do you put on your plate? What does your mom or dad feed you? Yes.
Well, I always have a protein like chicken.
Yeah.
And then my mom will probably have like broccoli or peas or Brussels sprouts.
Broccoli or peas. Okay, so we have some vegetables too,
Some
right?
vegetables, yeah.
Okay, so vegetables in the bottom of our plate, we'll have our protein, so that's chicken or lean meat like beef or pork. And then we'll have vegetables, and you know what? How many vegetables do you think we should have on our plate to help for our dinner?
We should have like 1 cup of vegetables.
Like 1 cup?
Or a half a cup from my size, because I'm a kindergartner.
Yeah, we should have a lot of vegetables, right? In fact, my plate tells us that vegetables should fill up almost all of the half of our plate, right? So we have lots of vegetables, and then, is it going to show? Okay. And then we have our veggies, our proteins, and then what else do you think we have for our food? Yes.
Well, sometimes my mom will have a cup of milk with my food.
Yeah, that's really good. Do you know what food group that is part of?
Well, it comes from cows.
Yeah, cows.
So maybe, I don't know, maybe like dairy or something like that.
Yeah, so milk that comes from cows, or soy milk or almond milk, any of those yummy milks, are part of the dairy category of our foods that we need on our daily plate. So we can have a cup of milk, and then also on our plate we should have, or on the side we should have our dairy. So you can have soy milk too. And then what else do we need, do you think? Yes.
Well, a lot of times my mom will make really yummy pasta. So I think that's healthy.
Yeah. Pasta is good for you when you have it with your protein and your veggie. And that's actually is part of the grains group.
Oh.
Okay, so grains are going to be up on the top right of our plate, which you're going to see in a second too. And then lastly, one of our healthy foods is fruits. Right? So this is what a meal should look like. Do you have that at home? Do any of you have that at home? Yes.
Yeah, well, sometimes we don't have fruit at dinner though, but I'll have it for like lunch and breakfast.
Yeah, and you can have it for snacks too, or after dinner. Very good. Okay, so now we are going to see if you can be put to the test and figure out if some foods are healthy or unhealthy. Okay, so the tool that we're going to get is one of our MyPlate sheets. So we just learned about kind of what these means, what the food groups, the grains, protein, fruits, veggie, and dairy means. And you also get a sheet to help you decide whether our foods are healthy or unhealthy, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to put them into two groups, unhealthy or healthy, and then I'm going to ask your group later to see what your reasoning was, why you decided it was unhealthy or unhealthy. Okay? So here's your sheet.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to go get your food for all of you to work on. Okay. So we have a nice little basket of our fruits and vegetables and grains and other things. But be sure to be really careful, and we're not going to put this in our mouth, and we're not going to hit our partner with any of these. Okay, there we go. And if you have any questions, raise your hand, okay, and I'll help. Use your best judgment.
Okay, well, the first thing I see is pineapple slices, and I know that that's a fruit because it's in this category and it's right there. Don't know what this is.
Yes.
What is this?
Ooh, what is this? That is a really good idea.
Is that garlic?
I think it's a garlic. Yeah. I think, or it's a leek.
Or a leek?
Have you ever heard of a leek before?
No, I haven't.
It's really good, but I'll give you a hint. It's a vegetable.
Thank you.
It's a vegetable. So if that's unhealthy or healthy.
I'm going to put that in healthy.
Okay.
I see a cola can, and that's not a part because it's not a dairy, fruit, vegetable, protein, or a grain. And my mom says it has a lot of sugar in it, so I'm going to put that in unhealthy. Earlier we talked about how candy isn't healthy.
Yes.
So I'm going to put that in unhealthy. Milk is a dairy, so I'm going to put that in healthy. I see chocolate nuts, which nuts are protein, but chocolate isn't, so I don't know, so maybe I'll have to ask the teacher about that. And then I see some vegetables that I put on my hamburgers, so I know that's healthy. And then I see an egg, and I know that eggs are a really good source of protein. I'm going to put that in healthy as well. And I see a potato, and I like potatoes. And that is a vegetable, so I'm going to put that in healthy as well. I'm done.
Yes, okay. All right. Now, I'm going to ask you, what did we have in our unhealthy group? Yes.
Well, I have candy and I have soda, and I see some shortcake in here as well. So cake, that's unhealthy as well. But I do have a question though.
Yeah, what's your question?
So this is chocolate nuts, and chocolate is a candy, but nuts are protein. Would this still be considered unhealthy because of the chocolate?
That is a very good question, right? Okay, well, just like what we talked about before, I would think that would be a sometimes food. So I think that'd be more unhealthy because you can eat a lot of nuts and those are really good for you, but chocolate has a lot of sugar, which could make our tummy upset and could make us not feel so good.
I agree with you. I'm going to put those in the unhealthy.
Okay, yeah, that was a really good question though, right? Sometimes it can be kind of hard to see what's unhealthy and healthy, but we have to use our best judgment and make smart food decisions so we don't eat too much. Yeah, very good. So, once again, why do you think they're unhealthy and healthy? What did your reasoning for that? Yes.
Well, I think it's unhealthy because of a lot of the sugars they put and all the extra stuff that's not natural that they put into the foods. And I think it's healthy because it comes from something and you know where it comes from. And it's the government tells me that it's healthy as well.
Yeah.
And it keeps my body strong and growing.
Yeah, very good, right? So we used our MyPlate. I heard you talking. That was really awesome about how some of those foods really didn't fit into our veggie, our protein, our grains, fruits, or dairy, right? That was really awesome. Very good job. Okay, so now we're going to do another activity, and I want you to get up out of your seat so we can get it. And then we are going to do another activity. So go ahead and get your wiggles up first. Get your wiggles out. Get your wiggles out. Okay, good job. So, what's going to happen now is this. We are going to move to either side of the room, and I'm going to give you an item. And if you think it's unhealthy, then you're going to move to this side. So this is unhealthy. And if you think it's healthy, then you're going to move over here to healthy. And if you're not sure, it's okay. You can sit in the middle.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay, sweet. So our first mystery item is this.
Soda. Which side is unhealthy?
Unhealthy is this side, over here. And in the middle as if you don't know. Alright, so we have, what is this?
It's soda.
Okay, and why do you think it's unhealthy?
Because of all the sugars.
Because of all the sugars. Class, do we agree?
Yes.
Alright, I think I would agree too. Very good job. Okay. So our next magical mystery item is...
That's a banana.
That's a banana. Okay, so why did you go to that side of the room?
Because it's a fruit.
Because it's a fruit. You know what's also interesting is bananas don't have packaging either, right?
Right.
We get them right from the tree. Very good. Oh. All right, and what's our next mystery item?
It's a lemon.
Okay, what do you think of this is?
I think this one's healthy as well, so I'm not going to move.
Okay, good job. Why do you think it's healthy?
Because that is, I think, a fruit.
Yeah, it's a fruit, and it has seeds inside, so that makes it a fruit too. That's something that makes a fruit. Good job. All right. I don't know if you can see it.
Sardines.
Sardines. Do we know what sardines are?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make a decision.
I'm unsure about this.
Yeah, unsure about it. Okay, so why are you unsure?
Well, I know it's a source of protein because it's seafood, but I've heard that there's a lot of salt in the packaging of sardines.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's makes it unhealthy or healthy.
All right, that is a very good question. So you are right. There is a lot of salt in sardines. And another thing that the government tells us, or MyPlate, tells us that we need to have a certain amount of sodium, and if we go over it, then that's not very healthy. Right. So it's good to limit your foods to low sodium foods as well. So I think it would be a sometime food.
Sometime food.
A sometime food, yeah. Okay, the next one we have is... They're falling all over. Okay, this one.
Hot oatmeal.
All right. What do we think?
I think it's healthy most of the time.
Healthy most of the time. Okay, cool. So why do you think that?
Well, I like oatmeal with a lot of fruits in it, like raisins. But my big brother puts a lot of brown sugar and syrup in his, which has a lot of sugars. So that would make it less healthy.
Yeah. So do you think we should have a lot of sugar or little sugar?
Maybe just a little bit to make it a little bit sweeter,
Yeah.
but not too much.
Very good. So we can have a little bit of sugar to make it taste good, right? Because we still want to enjoy our food.
Right.
But yes, I think it should be a sometime food if you put a lot of sugar on it.
Yes.
But you can have it all the time if you put lots of fruit. Did you say you like dried fruit in it too?
Yeah, raisins are my favorite.
Raisins are really good in oatmeal. Yes, very good. And let's see. Looking at our MyPlate, what do you think? What group do you think it's part of? Kind of a hard one.
Are you oatmeal? I
Yes.
think oatmeal is a part of grains.
Oatmeal is part of grains.
Because it's an oat.
Yeah. You are completely right. So oatmeal is part of grains because it comes from a plant too. And if you put dried fruit in there, then you have part of your fruit group too.
So I'm taking care of 2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. And you can have a really good breakfast. And then you could have an egg maybe. Or you could have a glass of milk.
So put the milk in the oatmeal.
Or put the milk in the oatmeal. That's a really great idea to have a breakfast. But what's actually exciting is you did very good with this activity. Good job, class. I'm so proud of you for sorting our unhealthy and healthy foods. But now we're actually going to get a chance to make our own healthy snacks. Right?
Yes.
So now that we learned kind of what makes a healthy food and what makes an unhealthy food, we're going to make our own snacks. Okay? And so how we're going to do it is you're going to look up here and I'm going to make, you'll follow step by step with me, okay? So I'll hand out all of our materials and then we'll do it together.
Okay.
Right? So we'll help each other out. All right. And you know what skill we're going to use when we do this?
We're going to be following directions.
Yeah, we're going to be following directions and then we're also going to do some math too, right? Because we've kind of been learning about counting and using numbers to figure out measurements too. So we're going to do some of that as well. But first, we need to decide what we are going to put in our snack, okay?
Okay.
So, the first magic ingredient I have is, what is this?
Those
Yes.
are blueberries.
Those are blueberries. What are these?
Those are a fruit.
They're a fruit. Yeah, they're super yummy. Blueberries are my very favorite. Okay, and then the next ingredient we have is, does anyone know what this is? Yes.
That's yogurt.
It's yogurt, yeah. Now yogurt. What part is that? What group is it on our MyPlate, do you think? Yes.
Well, yogurt is a dairy, but it does have a lot of protein in it as well.
Yeah.
But I think it's dairy.
Do you think that could cover both groups, maybe?
It could.
Yeah. Very good. Okay, so we have our yogurt too, and then last but definitely not least, we have this. Does anyone do you have this at home?
Yeah, it's granola.
It's granola. What do you think granola is? Yes.
That's a grain.
It's a grain. Very good. So, we have all of these ingredients, and we are going to make magical fruit parfaits. Right? That's a big word, but parfait is just a fancy word for yogurt and fruit and granola, okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to give you your materials over here. Now don't touch them yet, okay?
Okay.
Good job. And then you got your bowl. So what we're going to do first is we're going to count out our ingredients, okay?
Okay.
So our very first step, hold up your number 1. First step, we're going to take a 1 big scoop of our yogurt. Got it? So,
I don't have my yogurt.
there you go.
Thank you.
1 big spoon for our yogurt, right? Okay. Now let's count together. Ready? 1. And put it in our bowl. Good job. Put our yogurt in our bowl nice on the bottom. All right. I'm so excited for this. Okay, next. What do you think we should put next? It's up to you. Yes.
I think we should put blueberries in.
Blueberries in. Okay, I think that is a wonderful idea. So we are going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueberries in our parfait.
Okay.
Got it? So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Okay, so we have 1 scoop of yogurt, 5 blueberries, and now we're going to have 2 scoops of granola. 2 scoops of granola.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So ready?
Yes.
1 and 2.
2.
Good job. Okay. And now we're going to do this one more time. So what? We have our yogurt, our blueberry, and our granola. What comes after our granola? If we're going to do this again. What did we do first? Yes.
We did the yogurt first.
We did the yogurt first. Do you remember how much we did?
1 scoop.
1 scoop. Okay, so we're going to do that again. Ready? So we got our yogurt, and we're going to count together. 1. Perfect. And just put it on top. Right? Very good. Okay, so we got 2 layers of yogurt now. We have 1 layer of blueberries and 1 layer of granola. So what came after the yogurt last time?
Blueberries.
Blueberries. Okay, do you remember how many we had?
5.
5. Good job. So let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Okay, so what comes next?
Then granola in 2 scoops.
Then granola in 2 scoops. You already know. I didn't even have to ask you. Good job. Okay, let's count together. 1, 2. Good job. And you know what? We just made our own parfait. Isn't that awesome? How many layers do we have total, do you think?
Well, at first there were 3, and then another 3, and 3 plus 3 is 6.
Good. How many blueberries do we have? Do you
Well,
remember?
We had 5, and then another 5, and that's 10.
Yeah, good job. Because we put 5 blueberries 2 times. Very good job. Okay. So, you know what we get to do next?
Eat it?
We get to eat it, yeah.
Yay!
It's okay, we can eat it together. But while we're eating our parfait, I want you to think about what makes it healthy and why this is good for your body.
I think it's healthy because it has 3 out of the 5 food groups. It has dairy, grains, and fruit.
That is a great idea. So do you think we need to have every group at our meals?
No,
No.
we can spread them out throughout the day.
Yeah, we just need to be making sure that we're eating a lot of fruits and veggies, right?
Right.
Very good job. I'm so proud of you for making your own healthy snacks.
Thank you.
And you know what the best part of this is?
What?
When you're at home, you can make this with your mom or your dad, and you already know how to make a healthy snack, which is pretty cool in my opinion. All right. Good job, guys. So, our last activity is going to be, I would like you guys to dance.
Yay!
Do you think we want to dance?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is a very special song because it's about some things that we learned a lot about today,
Okay.
which are fruits and our veggies. All right. So, we're going to do the veggie dance. So I want everyone to get up. All right. And dance and follow the directions on the video too, okay?
Okay. Are you gonna be doing it with us?
Yes. Oh, good job, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You did so good. All right, so we learned about veggies, but what other really healthy food did we learn about?
Fruit.
We learned about our fruit, too. So we're going to do the fruit dance. 2. Right? Okay, let's go.
I love fruit.
I love fruit. All right, good job. Wonderful job dancing and using your bodies.
Thank you.
All right, so another part of making smart decisions and eating right is being able to exercise, right? So for dancing, that's part of the exercising and making healthy choices, right? So you can eat your healthy snacks and you can then turn on the veggie dance and it'll be really great. Okay, so last but not least, I know you learned so much today. So for our last activity, I'm going to give you our exit slip, and then I want you to write or circle whether they're unhealthy or healthy foods. So I gave you a couple foods on there, and so I want you to circle if it's unhealthy or unhealthy, and then on the back you can write your favorite healthy food that you can think of too. Or maybe a healthy food that you learned about today or something like that too. I'll give you a couple minutes.
I'm done.
You're done. Did you write your favorite food
No,
too,
I
or your
didn't.
fruit, or draw?
Now I'm done.
You're done? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I'll collect all of them up here. So if your group member could give them to me, that would be awesome. Thank you so much, guys. All right. We did such a good job today. And then our very last thing, I want one person from each group to tell me what they learned, one new thing they learned today about fruits, veggies, or anything. Yes.
Well, I learned about the MyPlate and how there's 5 different parts of it, and that it's okay to eat bad foods, but they're just sometimes foods, and not all the time foods.
Really awesome job. That is a wonderful thing to learn today. We did so good today, guys. I'm so proud of you. And yes, good job.
Solid work. Almost 35 minutes.
Oh my gosh. It's still going too.
I know, you're gonna have to cut it.
I don't know how to edit.